Hey, good afternoon. I'm gonna make garlic butter. And normally garlic butter is made with roasted garlic, but I'm gonna toast my garlic on a stove top in a pan. And this recipe is based on 2 tablespoons of butter, but I'm gonna make a log because I'm gonna make it, roll it in saran wrap, and make a decorative garlic butter log to put on the table to serve with steak, potatoes, biscuits, whatever you want. I'm gonna start with 2 sticks of salted butter that have been at room temperature for a couple of hours. I have 1 garlic clove broken up. I'm going to toast these in the pan on medium low to medium, and I'm just going to toast them until they get like a little black spot on them on every side they can touch the pan, and that'll roast them. This is a very simple recipe. Got your room temperature butter, got some olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, salt, and a garlic press. You could chop the garlic after it's roasted, but that stuff is ooey gooey and gluey. I find it much easier to run it through a garlic press. Not only that, it distributes that garlic throughout that butter way better than you could chopping it up. It's been about 10 minutes. It's very aromatic in here, and these garlic cloves are hot. So you got a little burnt spot on there. So now it's just time to turn them all over on their sides and put them on something different side. Just don't burn your fingers. These little suckers are hot. I just let them go till they get a little burnt spot on every side they can touch the pan. It's been right about 15 minutes. I'm going to take them off the heat and let them cool off completely, and then I'll run them through the garlic press. Now that that garlic's cooled off, just cut the little end off it. It'll squeeze right out of that paper. There you go. I'm going to run all these through the garlic press. That's toasted garlic with all the little brown spots on it. They're nice and soft. They're sticky. They're gooey. It smells really good in here. I'm going to run that through the garlic press and mash it into the butter. That's the garlic after being pushed through a press, and that'll distribute nicely throughout the butter. The actual real recipe for this is based on 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I use salted butter and then I cut back on the salt. But if the real recipe is 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. The recipe is for 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 16 tablespoons of butter, and I'm not going to go ahead and multiply by 8. I've made this before by the recipe with just the 2 tablespoons of butter, and it was absolutely delicious. But when I make butter logs, I need to adjust the ingredients a little bit. And the olive oil is totally optional. If you don't want to put the olive oil in it, by all means, don't do it. And I cut back on the salt when I do this too. But I have adjusted this to my taste. We're going to go ahead and mash the garlic into the butter. Now we'll add the other ingredients. This is the garlic butter. I didn't do ×8 on everything. For my own personal preference, I did 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I did 6 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 6 teaspoons of the Dijon mustard, and I only did 1 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to turn this into a log and put it in the refrigerator so it's got a very nice presentation when it's served. Just kind of put that butter on a piece of saran wrap. Kind of roll it up and then twist the ends together. Now we're going to put that in the refrigerator, and we have ourselves a beautiful garlic butter log for serving. My garlic butter log is now ready for serving. What I would do is I take this out, put this on a nice plate, platter, or whatever, let it get to room temperature. That way everybody can peel off whatever little bit they want. Everybody's gonna love this. I have reserved a little bit for a taste test. I live in South Florida. I shop at Publix. And one time I found these Sister Schubert's frozen rolls. These are the bomb. You keep them frozen until it's time to cook them. They take 5 to 10 minutes. They're yeast rolls, and these things are awesome. Now, I only make 4 to 6 at a time, because if I were to make more, I'd eat every last one, because these are so damn good. All right, I got me 2 of the Sister Schubert's rolls right here. I'm not even gonna cut them open. Just gonna take me some of that butter. I'm just gonna put that right on top. Oh man. That is absolutely delicious. That garlic butter is awesome. Sister Schubert's rolls are over the top. Wow. And that's more butter. The combination of flavors in that garlic butter, absolutely awesome. And it's super easy to make. You can make this days in advance, throw it in the refrigerator, you're good to go. Very good. I approve. Delicious. I can't take credit for this recipe because this recipe was in the Weber's Big Book of Grilling. And it's in there, it's a steak topping, but biscuits, potatoes, whatever you want to put that on, that garlic butter is absolutely delicious. And I've made it to this recipe, and this recipe has never failed me. I adjust it for bigger quantities, but if you want good garlic butter, I suggest you try this recipe. Thanks for watching.